Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel Celebrity Scandalous. 50 Cent ran the same play on two women, Tiny and Clarissa Shields. One of them came out on top. The other one, the internet is eating alive. Please hit that like button, hype the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So 50 Cent doesn't do diss tracks. We know he does the memes, the mockery, just the mental warfare. He wants to humiliate you publicly, right? It doesn't seem like he's really into doing the diss tracks anymore. So he posted the picture of Tiny, like trying to insinuate she had a bad BBL, just trying to be funny, right? It wasn't a picture that people hadn't seen before, but just when 50 reposts something, we know that he's trying to be funny. He dragged King Harris into it, saying he looked like Pepe the Frog, all of that stuff. But y'all, the difference is Tiny kept quiet. Tiny was like, okay, nothing for me to do here. I'm going to let my husband, my man, handle it, which T.I. did. T.I. stepped up and was the one defending Tiny's honor. He did multiple diss tracks against 50 Cent, I think about 4 back-to-back tracks. And honestly, 50 kept posting stuff, but he kind of settled down. He took the post down and then he just got quiet. I mean, he did say he's going to do that whole surviving Tiny and T.I., but then T.I. stepped up and said, and I'm going to do a surviving 50 Cent. So it kind of settled down. Well, now let's look at 50 Cent versus Papoose and Clarissa. Okay, 50 comes for Papoose and Clarissa. Now, let's be real about this. Clarissa is new to this whole beef with 50 and Papoose. All of this started years ago. It was over Remy. It was some stuff with Remy in the middle of it, to be honest. It wasn't, but this new thing, now that Papoose is with Clarissa, 50 is taking shots at her. So, he posts pictures of her saying she look handsome, she's a masculine looking woman, just kind of clowning what he does. That was way back, I think in January when he first came at them. They didn't say nothing, but after they saw after they saw T.I. coming for him and all the sons, then I guess Papoose figured it was a good time for him to jump into the battle. And cool, everything is hot. The spot is hot right now. Jump into it, get your music out, diss 50 Cent. But Clarissa, why would she jump into it, guys? That's the question. Again, Tiny didn't say anything. She let the men go back and forth. She just sat there with her crown, cool, calm, and collected. Clarissa jumps in and tries to defend herself. You shouldn't even need to do that. Let Papoose defend your honor, right? Because this is a beef between those two rappers. I mean, yeah, you are a casualty of war, but girl, it's hard for a woman to go up against men like that, because all they did was talked up under her clothes. And here's the thing. Now, she could have defended herself, which I don't think she should have, but now all of this other stuff is coming out and it has backfired. It has her looking really, really bad. Whether she slept with Maserati Bud or not, it just has her looking, the kind of conversations and the videos and the clips that he's posting, it's making her look like a liar. She's talking about, I don't even know you, but now we see pictures of y'all together. You in his car, y'all at a strip club together, like y'all on Christmas. I mean, it's just too much. That's not adding up. And then even the text messages that she showed herself, which she omitted some stuff, y'all were having intimate talks. Whether y'all actually slept together, it looked like there was a possibility that there was going to be a relationship. So all of this is making Clarissa look bad. She didn't really even have to come out and say anything. Let these men go back and forth and talk crazy. Let Papoose defend your honor, because now, I mean, it looked like 50 done just blew up your spot now. Everybody is calling her a liar, talking about, now to be fair, there are some Clarissa Shields fans that believe her. I don't know that she slept with Maserati, but who knows that? That's between the two of them. But, she's threatening a lawsuit, which we're going to talk about that in another video, but she's threatening a lawsuit, but they're all going back and forth. So, I mean, I don't, why did she just stay out of it? She is really looking bad, because while she's denying everything, Maserati Bud is providing receipts. To be honest, 50 and Maserati Bud didn't really have to do a lot to make her look bad. She's making herself look bad. And the other thing is the fact that with her jumping in there, going up against 50, because she is addressing 50 and Maserati Bud, it kind of emasculates Papoose. Like, damn, you got your girl in there swinging with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know you the champ in the ring, but girl, that's already a masculine kind of a, job. So You got it there. But in this, you're not a rapper. Let them do their beef. Let the men fight it out. It makes Papoose look even worse. 50 already said you wear the pants in a relationship. And now he's standing behind you because you the one taking the lead on all of this. Like, girl, it's just bad. Did Clarissa make this a three-way situation by stepping out in front? Like before, it was kind of like when the story first broke with Papoose when he did the diss, because he did too. It was about 50 versus Papoose, and did 50 respond? And what 50 said, Clarissa was, even though it started with Clarissa, him making memes about Clarissa, nobody was even talking about her until she jumped in it herself. I mean, well, 50 did say your girl was cheating and everything, but she didn't even have to respond to that. Everybody it would have been a question mark. Now with the receipts and her response, now people are looking like, well, girl, yes, you did. Not that we know that to be a fact, but it is looking a little strange. Now, let me clarify. I'm not saying Clarissa should not defend herself, but I am saying that because it started with Papoose and 50 Cent. I feel like she should have just let Papoose keep going at 50 or do the diss and just stayed out of it like Tiny did. Like Tiny just kept her peace and her composure. But Clarissa's out here windmilling like a man again. It's sort of like strength versus strategy. I feel like the way Tiny handled it just showed maturity. She kept her composure and she didn't come off of her throne. But Clarissa is down here in the mud with the men now. Girl, we know you a boxer, but and it's more like her talking about she could box against the men. Like 50 has these beefs and he uses the women as a casualty of war against their men. And I get that. No woman wants to be drugged into a beef between two men, but I still think that from the feminine perspective, let them work that out. Tiny didn't have to say anything. And she still came out on top. It's like Tiny's silence wasn't weakness, it was chess. She knew the assignment. I know Clarissa's instinct is to fight back. She's a boxer. And 50, I feel like he baited her into it to make her look like a fool. They knew what they had. Trust me, this wasn't the first time, all of these pictures and stuff. You know how men talk under women's clothes. 50 already knew about Maserati Bud and Clarissa. Whether it was true or not, it's just public perception. And so I think he kind of beat her in this one. I feel like she should have just let the men handle it. She should have just let Papoose and 50 fight it out. So again, two women, same issue, but one kept their composure and the other one is out here windmilling and losing, just making a mockery of herself. But y'all jump in the comments and let me know what you think, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.